As my love for Christ grew as a creative, he educated me on the beauty of styles and movements throughout time, and I'm excited to share. The 13th century High Gothic time frame is especially impressive, and I've considered humanity's response to it, specifically with Goth subculture. So let's talk about it. Goth subculture, for as morbid as it is, stylistically never seems to want to die, but more importantly, never seems to want to be redeemed. It remains a sticky web, catching those in unrestrained yearning to be acknowledged and seen. Unfortunately, High Gothic expression became reduced to pleather and lace. Isn't that cute? The Goth subculture lost the Gothic representation, which was a transgression away from the harsher lined Romanesque period, into greater intimacy, ingenuity, and sincerity, exploding with interior color through the institution of stained glass. Interior is code for the soul's journey. Goth subculture relies heavily on dark fashion mimicry. At best, it mimics the darker themes of the supernatural, psychological, conflicted human experience, with ghostly medieval reference to the things that go bump in remote and night-shrouded places. Perhaps it would do best to learn that self-focused personas and shock value hold little regard in matters of the heart. God has come to redeem the brokenhearted. Even with its roots in dark romanticism having a wink at what it thinks Gothic is, it still misses the mark on what Gothic is. At best, Goth subculture females carry the flag for Victorian female novelists. They capture the enemy of discrimination and embolden it through the style of Gothic revival. But this only adds another layer to this, clouding the true color that comes from growing out of something this subculture was always comfortable in, their cocoon. The transformation from the darkness of the soul into a harmonious, colorful experience comes through conformity to Christ alone, not through the world. The farther away Gothic got from its original notion, the more the truth of a lost soul, not recognizing its espousal to Christ, becomes evident. The churches, abbeys, and monasteries of this time had complex interdisbursement of icons and elements, such as the Sancta Commissa at the Chartres Cathedral, a showcase of dedication to the Virgin Mother herself. The Gothic movement originally furthered emphasis on God's love through elements like statuary of Christ, represented as the Good Shepherd, for example. The Goth subculture was more of a distorted view on dark romanticism turned inward, locked away in the dungeon of discrimination and strife, and more so influenced by the psyches of novelists than the truth of knowing God as the Redeemer. Goth subculture was eventually forgotten to the punk drug movement and accelerated by the growing effects of the modern church corruption on the family. Isn't it interesting how a focus not placed on God stylistically results in a greater darkened and twisted reality?